The greatest wrestling match ever, what a joke. They got Shawn Michaels talking about it, they got Kurt Angle talking about it, they even got Captain Charisma talking about it.
We think you can have the greatest wrestling match ever.
No. When are they going to get some real wrestlers who actually had good matches? Welcome everybody to a brand new episode of Greatness of Raw. I've gained a bit of weight, so I look like a walrus. No camera will do for now. But yeah, that was a very long episode of Monday Night Raw, man. I think it was boring. Sure, not everything was boring. I'm a big fan of Captain Charisma, so I was very excited. But the matches felt so unimportant, so repetitive. We already seen that crap. I'm the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle, and most importantly, a dad of Jason Jordan. My prediction is Edge. Yeah, I also understand that. It's obvious that they don't actually feel this way. They know it's not gonna be the greatest wrestling match ever. There's no such thing as the greatest wrestling match ever. That's like deciding which flavor of ice cream everyone must like. It's chocolate, by the way. Anyway, let's talk about Raw. The show kicks off with the Raw Women's Champion Asuka. She got interrupted by the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Sasha Banks and Bayley. They say that because they're WWE Women's Champions, Tag Team Champions, they can go wherever they want. You know, NXT, Raw, SmackDown, it doesn't matter. Obviously, Asuka is not happy. We got Charlotte Flair. All four women are arguing. Flair calls them garbage. And then Bayley and Sasha attacked Asuka and Flair. And that's when we got a tag team match. Oh, by the way, during the promo we got Iconics. I don't really remember that, but they were in a match. So it was Asuka and Charlotte Flair versus Sasha Banks and Bayley versus the Iconics. I believe a similar tag team match is gonna happen at WWE Backlash. It's gonna be the Iconics versus Sasha and Bayley versus Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss. Anyway, so yeah, not the best opener in my opinion. It really didn't make me care about Monday Night Raw anymore. So yeah, that was your match, and Asuka and Charlotte Flair won that. After the match, we got a brawl between Asuka and Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair stands tall and she grabs the championship. This is your new Raw champion. Please, no, I'm so tired of this. I'm so tired of Charlotte, man. Just give her something new, please. Don't make me watch her on every show. I'm a fan, but please.
No. Seth, when you attack Familia, you attack moi. You attack my pride. What is the word that I'm looking for? You attack my cajones. Because that's when Dominic and my daughter, Aaliyah, came from. My cajones. So, you're gonna pay the price of 619. Booyaka.
Yeah, so Rey Mysterio won Seth Rollins. I believe this is gonna be a pretty decent match. Obviously, two very talented wrestlers. Not quite sure when we are actually going to get it. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna culminate in Dominic versus Seth Rollins, which is something I'm very looking forward to. You know, or maybe Dominic is actually going to join. You never know. Then we got Austin Theory and Murphy versus Humberto Carrillo and Aleister Black. Yeah, that was very fun to watch. I'm pretty sure most of you will agree. Murphy and Aleister Black have so much chemistry. Whenever these two are in the ring, it's absolute magic, and it's getting better every time they are in the ring. So that was very fun to watch. And surprisingly, well, I don't think, well, whatever, Humberto Carrillo and Aleister Black won the match, so yeah. After the match, Rey Mysterio's music hits, but it's not Rey Mysterio, unless he grew. But at that age, I don't think you can. I wish, actually, yeah. I wish I was a bit taller than 5'7" or 5'8", I'm not good. Anyway, it was Seth Rollins in a Rey Mysterio mask, and they threatened to sacrifice Aleister Black as well. We got a curb stomp. And yeah, the faction is going strong. We see Charlie Caruso with Randy Orton. Randy Orton asks if Edge is the only guest at the Peep Show. Well, you may get another one. That was Randy Orton's point. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure he meant he's going to interrupt. Obviously. Oh man, it felt good to hear that theme song. Oh man, I miss this guy. And he looks absolutely amazing. I wish he could still wrestle. Man, I miss this guy. So underrated. So underrated. One of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I'm not even kidding. He wants to get right into it. The greatest wrestling match ever. The music hits and here comes Edge. And he was kinda mean to Edge, you know? He wanted to get that fire into Edge. And he basically said, well, it cannot be the greatest wrestling match ever, because it doesn't even have the people right for it involved. You know, you're not even the greatest wrestler. Wrestlers started chanting "You still got it," and there's nothing more embarrassing than wrestlers chanting to another wrestler "You still got it." Oh boy, that was rough. Basically, he doesn't even think that Edge could pull that off. He wants to be brutally honest with him, but that was the plan all along, because then he got the fire into Edge. You know, Edge got pumped. He mentioned his mother, you know, that she will be watching that match like every other match she did, and it was emotional, amazing promo. This man is great. Again, very underrated. Very, very underrated. And he basically said he believes that this is going to be the greatest wrestling match ever. Well, I don't know about that. Anyway, Edge interrupts and tells him to shut the hell up. His point was that he will send Edge back home to his daughters and wife. Orton says the redemption of Edge is over this Sunday at Backlash. Edge says, no, it's not. So yeah, man, this rivalry is still going strong in my opinion. The most interesting part of Raw, let's be honest, still very good. And I really want to see Edge in the ring. Maybe they're not even gonna try to make it into the greatest wrestling match ever. Maybe it's gonna be just, you know, more of a segment than a match. Maybe he's just going to RKO him out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3, the match ends in 5 seconds. You know? And Edge is gonna be embarrassed and he will question himself whether he's still a good wrestler and maybe he should retire. Maybe that's the story. You never know. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Obviously, it's silly. I'll admit that. It's silly to have these legends talking about it. But yeah, whatever, man. I don't think it's that big of a deal, and people are taking wrestling way too seriously. Then we got a number 1 contenders match for the WWE United States title. Kevin Owens versus Andrade versus Angel Garza. A very fun match. We got Andrade versus Angel Garza in the same ring. That's actually pretty special. So, surprisingly, Andrade won the match when we got a stunner, but Andrade still took the W by pinning his, well, friend, not a partner in this match. So he's gonna face Apollo Crews again for the United States Championship. Hopefully Andrade is not gonna win the championship. I really hope so. Apollo deserves a longer run in my opinion. Then we got a VIP lounge. It was supposed to be with Bobby Lashley. He introduced him as this monster, but here comes Drew McIntyre and he thanks MVP, you know, sarcastically. Anyway, this basically led to Drew McIntyre being like, okay, you know the deal. In 1, 2, 3 or 3, 2, 1, you're gonna get a Claymore. So you better leave, or you leave, I find you, and you still get a Claymore. So yeah, I don't which one I would choose. Yeah, I'm lazy, I would just pick one. Anyway, so he was about to attack MVP. We got Bobby Lashley from behind. MVP tried to attack Drew McIntyre from behind, but we got this. Anyway, he got knocked out. And then we got the Viking Raiders and the Street Profits. So the match was this: MVP and Bobby Lashley versus the Viking Raiders. We got some people watching. Obviously, MVP and Bobby Lashley won the match. Imagine if they didn't. After the match, we got a big brawl, but Drew McIntyre saves the day. Again, I believe it's gonna surprise us. I believe it's going to be a great match. 2 monsters, Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, and so far they're building Bobby Lashley as this monster. I believe it's gonna be one of the best matches of the night. Drew McIntyre is an amazing wrestler for his size. And surprisingly, well, I'm honestly interested. And the main event of the show was Charlotte Flair versus Asuka. And maybe that's the biggest issue, you know. That's a match we've seen so many times before. Even recently, I think last week maybe. So it's like, okay, 2 women are talented, great wrestlers, 2 of the best. But I don't really have a reason to watch Raw for the main event. And if I wasn't, you know, a YouTuber, a content creator, whatever you want to call me, I probably wouldn't watch that. So, you know, I watched that to make a review. And the match wasn't bad. Of course it was good, you know. It has the talent involved. But just simple fact of not caring, you know. We got Nia Jax, we got a booty to Nia Jax, which sounds interesting. The only woman who should use her booty as a finisher is Nia Jax. Oh boy, that's a crusher. Anyway, that's how Charlotte Flair wins. And so far, Asuka never beat Charlotte Flair. That is the story. Charlotte Flair. That is the story. You know, it's kind of similar to Asuka versus Becky Lynch, but the other way around. And I really hope Charlotte Flair is not going to take the championship. I really don't want to see that again, you know. Watching the same crap over and over again. I really hope Asuka is going to retain the championship. Anyway, that's your Monday Night Raw. Not a very good show, not the worst show I've seen, but pretty boring in my opinion. Thank you for watching the video. The Great One, peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.